Kia ora, haere mai, welcome to New Zealand's lecture. My name is Scotty Dagg. Okay, so for today, this morning, what we're going to look through is how strong New Zealand's snow sports industry is, okay, and we'll let you know a little bit about New Zealand and the market and why we think New Zealand's getting growth and working through a strong industry. Okay. We're just going to have a look at setting the scene here. In New Zealand, it says up there that we've got 25 snow sports areas in New Zealand. That's including the major commercial ones and the smaller club fields. Now, some of the club fields only have 2 or 3 land lifts, and just recently this year, one of the smaller club fields put in a brand new nutcracker. Okay, so we're still investing a little bit of money into some lifts there. You see, something that's a little bit unique for our mountain is that we have a lot of snowboarders. A lot of snowboarders on the mountains. Unlike when you look around up the mountains up at St Anton here, not very many, comparatively speaking. We have 38% boarders on most of our mountains. The biggest overseas market is the Australian market for us. And it's the largest market. Because there are only 3 hours to fly from Australia to New Zealand. We believe that New Zealand's a value for money destination. Okay? We've had growth in our industry even through the recession times. One thing is for sure, it's not by accident. Investors in plan a lot. The ski area owners are putting a lot of money back into the industry. Okay. They're trying to ensure that their guests come to New Zealand and have the best possible experience. And that's not different from any other resort, really. I mean, everybody wants to come and have the best possible experience. But our owners are actually actively investing and putting money back into their industry. The company that I work for, just for instance, in the last 8 years has invested $100 million. One of the main areas that we're looking at is snowmaking. The snowmaking systems that have been invested in make excellent light, dry, squeaky snow, which is good. Okay, they don't make the heavy, wet stuff that used to be out of the old snowmaking guns. The company that I work for has the largest snowmaking system in Australasia. The Southern Alps run right down the centre of the mountains in the South Island, and there's a bunch of heli skiing up in there. You can sort of see, look at the picture in the background. That's the mountain ranges that you're sort of dealing with to go heli skiing. The sales and marketing crews in New Zealand consider New Zealand to be a soft ski market. Okay. Now what that means is that most people come out for 7 to 10 days on their holiday, but will actually only ski around about 4 to 5 days. Why, you ask? The reasons for this is that New Zealand is an adventure tourism market. Biking, go boating, go jet boating, go powergliding, go bungee jumping, all sorts. You can do. It's been an increase in business from Australia to New Zealand. With only being a 3-hour flight, they've actually increased from 2 years ago, 13 international flights a week into Queenstown, where I work. Next season, they've proposed 44 international flights flying into Queenstown. Because Australia has 1 million skiers, okay, and we only get 100,000 of those. New Zealand has 200,000 skiers. I've got a short slideshow here to show you guys for the movie, so we'll have a quick look at that, and then we'll get into the next section. All right? You look inspired? Good. So the next portions are about snow trends that are in New Zealand, and these are some areas that we believe that we'd like to continue to grow in New Zealand snow sports, okay? Because they're growing already, but we want to continue to build them. So let's take a look at the international race teams. Okay? These are the teams that actually came down to New Zealand last year training.
You've got USA, Slovenia, Canada, Swiss, the Koreans, Russians, Germans, Norway, Sweden, Great Britain and Austria.
Did you know that 82% of the alpine medalists at the Vancouver Winter Olympics trained in New Zealand? Ride a chairlift with Ted Ligety or Bodie Miller or, someone else. Or get the one thing I haven't got a coffee off Lindsay Vonn yet in the cafe, but I'm working on it. They have dedicated facilities in New Zealand for freestyle. We have an area called Snow Park, and that is only for park and pipe. 2 Olympic-sized half pipes, one at the Snow Park and one at Cadrona. As a result of these facilities, we're creating world-class athletes. New Zealander Jossie Wells is a Dew Tour X Games silver medalist in 2010. First place in the Austria Open and the AFP World Champion in half pipe. His achievements give him the status of the best free skier in the world. The best free skier in the world. The other thing that's a little bit different for us down there too is we run instructor training programs. Okay? And we've built up a niche market for this, where participants can come from all around the world. These programs take skiers and snowboarders and bring them to our mountains. They have intense instructor training during that time, and during that course they actually sit our qualifications and hopefully, if they're good enough, get qualified. We have instructors from all around the world that work there, so we have all nations that come down. We take foreigners on the ski school, which is excellent. It gives a good culture to our ski school. The way to get a job down there is to actually contact the ski schools directly. It's not through the NZSIA. Group lessons are generally for 2 hours, but there's definitely a growing trend towards private lessons. Long training for masters race, specialist children's programs. And we offer high performance centre training, freestyle programs and race programs. Events that we've had down in New Zealand recently: Britain Open, the Rip Curl Heli Challenge, the 1st Junior World Ski and Snowboard. First time it's been held outside the Northern Hemisphere. What about the Winter Games? This is a unique event in the world of winter sports, as it was established to provide elite winter sports athletes out of season competition. It runs every 2 years and it's scheduled this way so it falls before the Winter Olympics. So we've got another ski clip coming up for you guys. It's a bit more based on this stuff, the ski side of things. So have a look at this and see what you think.
We're all young and life still
interest about coming down to New Zealand. You know, hopefully this has sparked it up. What we'd like to get out of this is to just make sure you understand our snow sports industry down there and the trends as to why we're having growth. And hopefully at the end of that little clip there in my talk, you've gone, hey, maybe I want to come down there one day and just hang out and go skiing. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll pass you over now to Gavin. If you'd like to stand up and have a stretch and whatever else, that's great. And then Gavin will get into his thing. Thank you.